Daddy built this maple table when the second baby came. Mama carved a tiny flower underneath beside her name. There are circles in the finish from the glasses we forgot, and a burn beside the corner from a Sunday dinner pot. Every mark still tells the truth. This old table raised us two.
At the Sunday table for five, every mile stays there outside.
We pass the bread,
we pass the years,
we laugh until the room feels clear.
no matter where our roads arrive,
we're still a family of five.
the world can pull us far and wide,
But not at the Sunday
table for five.
One took work beyond the county,
One moved 2 state lines away,
the youngest brings her little boy.
who looks like Dad some days.
Mama uses newer dishes, Daddy's hair's turned to white.
But when everybody settles in, the old room comes alive.
We may walk through different doors,
But we know what this one's for.
at the Sunday table for five. Every mile stays there outside.
We pass the bread,
We pass the years,
we laugh until the room feels clear. No matter where our roads arrive,
we're still a family of five.
the world can pull us far and wide,
But not at the Sunday
table for five.
We don't sit the way we used to.
Children's chairs hold grown-up lives.
There are new hands reaching for the gravy,
There are old hands passing time.
and every time we bow our heads, the house remembers who we are. Family is not the space between us,
It's the road back to the heart.
at the
Sunday table for five
every memory.
comes alive.
We pass the bread,
We pass the years,
we make room for the one now here. No matter how our numbers rise, we begin as a family of
the
five.
world can pull us far and wide,
But love keeps
setting places
at the Sunday
table for five.
There will always be a place
At the Sunday table
for five. There's a line from 1998 about 3 feet from the floor. A crooked date in Daddy's hand and Jamie's name beside the door. Then Emily passed him 2 years later and drew a little crown. Every birthday brought a pencil and another line went down.
We were busy living life, we never heard the years go by.
But the height marks in the hall show how little hands grew tall.
Every line became a season, every name became a reason
For this house to hold us all
through the running
Jamie wears his father's jacket.
Emily has a home.
The bedrooms hold some empty boxes and a
Quiet of their own.
I almost painted down the hallway
When we changed the living room,
but I stopped the brush above the first mark
and knew what not to lose.
Some memories need more than frames.
They need the walls that knew our names.
And the height marks in the hall show how little hands grew tall.
Every line became a season. Every name became a reason
For this house to hold us all
through the running and the falls.
Time wrote everything upon the wall.
And the height marks in the hall.
Last Sunday Jamie brought his daughter.
She could barely reach the line.
He placed the pencil on her head
And looked across at mine.
I wrote her name beneath the others.
Then he whispered with a smile.
I never knew how fast it happened.
I said, neither did I, child.
Now the height marks in the hall.
Heaven knows the name to call.
Every line begins a story.
Every child becomes a memory.
But love still measures one and all.
Through the rising and the falls.
Family keeps growing on the wall.
And the height marks in the hall. We don't need to save it all. Just the height marks in the hall.
Found it in the bottom drawer beneath some rusted nails. A little brass key on a ring from years I knew too well. I drove back down the county road past fields of winter brown. The house looked smaller than before, but nothing else had fallen down.
I held my breath and turned my wrist.
That old lock opened just like this. It's the key that still fits the door I left behind.
Through every year and every mile, through every change of mind.
Some doors remember who we were.
Some walls forgive what pride forgets.
I thought that life had changed it all,
but I held the key that still fits.
Dad was sleeping in his chair,
the ball game playing low,
the coffee cup beside his hand, his hair as white as snow.
You woke and said you found your way, like I'd been gone one day.
No questions waiting in his eyes,
no debt I had to pay.
He moved his coat and made me room. still fits the door I left behind. Through every year and every mile, through every change of mind. Some doors remember who you were,
Some walls forgive what pride forgets.
I thought that life had changed it all,
But I held the key that still fits.
I thought leaving proved I'd made it.
He said coming back prove more.
Then he pointed toward the coffee like he'd done 1,000 times before.
I learned home is not a place,
That keeps a record of your wrongs.
just the hand that leaves the door unlocked when you've been away too long.
It's the key that still fits
And the hand that lets me in.
through every road I should have missed.
And everywhere I've been,
That old door remembered who I was.
and Dad forgave what pride forgets.
I came back thinking I'd lost home,
But I held the key that still fits.
some doors wait through everything
For the key that still fits.
You stood beneath your father's porch light, with summer rain across your hair. I had no ring, no steady paycheck, just a heart that brought me there. I said I don't know where we're going, but I know I want you near. You took my hand and answered softly, then we'll find our way from here.
We started with a rented bedroom and a table made for two. There were nights the bills outnumbered, every dollar coming through.
But every time you left for work, before the morning turned to blue,
I would leave that small light burning
like a promise made to you. Porch light promises were never written down.
They will come back safe and wait for me, and I'll still be around, still be around.
Not the kind the whole world hears, just faithful words through changing years.
Whenever one of us got lost,
Love kept the porch light on. We watched our children cross that doorway, with their whole lives packed to go.
we smiled until their cars were gone, then held each other close.
The house grew quiet, time moved faster. Silver found its way above,
evergreen in one small light,
still spoke words of our love. Porch light promises were never written down.
they will come back safe and wait for me, and I'll still be around.
Not the kind the whole world hears, just faithful words through changing years.
Whenever one of us got lost,
Love kept the porch light on. If I should lose my way someday,
if I forget which road is ours,
be the light beyond the darkness.
I will follow from afar.
And if the years grow dim around us,
If the night feels deep and long,
one of us will keep believing.
one of us will leave it on.
Porch light promises still lead us safely home.
There, take my hand and stay with me,
And you won't walk alone. After all these faithful years, through every joy and every tear,
whenever one of us gets lost.
love keeps the porch light on. No, we never wrote them down,
But love kept every promise.
underneath that porch light glow. There's flour on the counter and sunlight on the floor. My daughter pulls a wooden chair beside the oven door. I open Mama's recipe box, the one with painted flowers, and find the card she always used on slow December mornings.
The corners bend, the blue ink fades,
But I can hear the words she'd say. There's her name on the recipe card, written small across the top. A little piece of who she was, and every stain and folded mark. She left no gold,
she left no land.
just simple words in her own hand.
And somehow she's not very far,
With her
her name on the recipe card.
it says a pinch will be enough.
Beside a crooked line,
She never used a measuring cup.
she said her hands knew every time.
My daughter asked how long to wait.
I smile and tell her till it's right.
The way my mother answered me
On every baking night,
we dust our hands and close the door. The kitchen smells like years before. There's her name on the recipe card, written small across the top. A little piece of who she was,
and every stain and folded mark.
Just simple words in her own hand.
And somehow she's not very far, with her name on the recipe card.
My daughter asked, was there a secret
that made hers better than the rest?
I looked down at Mama's writing
And feel her hand against my chest.
She never measured patience.
She never counted what she gave.
Maybe love was the ingredient
She never had to name.
There's her name on the recipe card.
And now my daughter knows each part. A little piece of who she was is living in another heart.
She left no gold.
She left no land.
The 3 generations understand.
The ones we love are never far.
When their names stay in our hearts.
And on an old recipe card,
I'll place it back
where memories are. Her name on the recipe card.
I caught mine on the tailgate, loading lumber in the rain. You laughed and said that little mark won't make our love look changed. We had bills across the counter and a roof that wouldn't wait, but we learned a house grows stronger every time you mend a break.
Mine got scratched against the crib rail when our youngest wouldn't sleep. You made coffee in the kitchen, sat beside me 3:30.
There were days we spoke in silence. There were nights we talked till dawn. Every mark became a chapter. Every chapter carried on. There are dents in the wedding ring, little proof of everything we carried, dropped and lifted up
When life got heavier than us,
Love was never polished gold. It was 2 tight hands that chose to hold.
when the easy shine wore thin,
The promise stayed beneath the dents
in the wedding ring.
We have stood in waiting rooms where every minute felt like years.
We have danced beside the washer just to laugh away the tears.
We have lost our way in anger. We have found our way through grace. And the years have left their fingerprints on every line across our faces. There are dents in the wedding ring, little proof of everything we carried, dropped and lifted up.
When life got heavier than us,
Love was never polished gold. It was 2 tight hands that chose to hold.
when the easy shine wore thin,
The promise stayed beneath the dent
other's sake.
There are dents in the wedding ring,
and I wouldn't change a single thing.
every scar and every line
says your hand kept holding mine.
love was never polished gold. It was growing young while growing old.
And when the final light grows dim,
I'll still be wearing all these dents
in the wedding ring. The promise lives beneath the dents
in the wedding ring. I moved the kitchen table back and found our old slow song. The radio was full of dust, but the station still came on. I held my hand out like I did the night we first met there. You laughed and said my knees aren't young, and fixed a ribbon in your hair.
You wore the same blue Sunday shirt, though time had thinned the sleeves. Your hand was warm around my waist, the way my heart remembers it.
The room was small, the light was low, the dishes were not done. But when you pulled me close again, the years became as one. One more turn around the floor, just like we did years before.
Not as fast, but twice as sure
of what we're holding on for. Let the old clock count the time. Your hand is still at home in mine.
If this night could give us nothing more,
give us one more turn around the floor. We danced through rent and overtime, through babies and bad news,
through every door that opened wide and everyone we had to lose.
We never moved in perfect steps, we stumbled now and then, but every time the music changed, we learned to dance again. One more turn around the floor, just like we did years before.
Not as fast, but twice as sure
of what we're holding on for. Let the old clock count the time. Your hand is still at home in mine.
If this night could give us nothing more,
give us one more turn around the floor. Time can take the speed from us
and silver every strand,
but time has never learned the steps we know by heart and hand. So let
tomorrow wait outside.
We still have this tonight. One more turn around the floor,
a little slower than before,
close enough to hear our hearts,
keeping time through every scar.
let the old clock count the time. Your hand will always rest in mine.
When the final song comes through that door,
I'll ask for one more turn.
one more turn around the floor.
Not as fast, but twice as sure second-hand stove, 2 chairs and 1 old bed. The January wind came through the window by our heads. You wore my coat around your shoulders, I fed another log. We had more hope than money then,
but hope could keep us warm.
Every year the cold
Came down.
every year we stayed
Around 40 winters in this house.
Storms came in, the storms went out.
The roof gave way, the pipes froze through,
But I kept finding warmth
in you.
These walls have heard us laugh and shout. We've held our children coming home
And moving out. Through every season life allowed.
we've had
40 winters in this house.
We marked the children's heights in pencil beside the pantry door.
And watch them pack their lives in boxes and carry them across the floor.
We changed the paint, repaired the steps,
And planted 2 oak trees.
now their branches shade the windows.
The way you sheltered me.
Time has weathered every room,
But it never changed my view. 40 winters in this house.
storms came in and storms went out.
The roof gave way, the pipes froze through,
But I
kept finding warmth in you.
These walls have heard us
Laugh and shout.
They've held our children coming home
And moving out. Through every season life allowed.
we've had
40 winters in this house.
There were colder nights between us,
When pride would fill the air.
but one of us would cross the hallway.
And find the other there.
We learned a home is more than timber.
More than nails beneath the ground.
It's choosing not to close the door
When love is trying to come around.
40 winters in this house.
And I still know what love's about.
The fire burns a little low.
But your hand is warm inside my own.
These walls are warm, the stairs are loud.
But I would live each year again.
The way it all worked out.
If one more winter settles down,
I'll spend it
here with you
in this old house.
Let the snow fall all around.
We're still warm inside this house. The screen door leans the way it did the summer you turned 18. Your name is still in pencil lines beside the doorway frame. Your mama folds the evening news. I watch the daylight fade. We don't need to know what happened or why you stayed away.
There's a spare key in the coffee tin, right where it's always been.
We'll leave the porch light on
Through the rain and through the dark.
You don't need a perfect reason.
You don't have to hide your heart.
Home ain't asking where you've been,
It only wants to let you in.
however far
The road has gone.
we'll leave the porch light on. Your old room holds a baseball glove, a jacket you outgrew. The floorboard by the window still talks when someone walks through.
Your mama changed the curtains, but she left you pictures there. Some things move with every season, some things stay because we care.
There's a place beside the fire,
And your name is still required.
we'll leave the porch light on.
Through the rain and through the dark.
You don't need a perfect reason.
You don't have to hide your heart.
Home ain't asking where you've been,
It only wants to let you in.
however far
The road has gone.
we'll leave the porch light on. Home was never meant to hold you.
Like a fence around a field,
It was made to be the one place.
where the miles can finally heal.
If your pride has lost direction, if your
Plans have all gone wrong.
follow that light across the distance.
It has waited all along.
We'll leave the porch light on till your headlights cross the yard.
You don't have to bring an answer.
You can come home as you are.
No, we won't ask where you've been. We'll open up and let you in.
However far
The road has gone.
we'll leave the porch light on.